Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the After Hours. Mail was running late today, and I just got 2 packages from 2 different folks in Canada, so I thought we'd do ourselves a little unboxing. Let's see. And, of course, when I do these, I don't give out the names, but I definitely want to thank the people. So this one is from Vineland, Canada. You know who you are. Thank you very much, and let's see what's inside. Now, I'm more than willing to give out your, say thanks to you by name if you tell me it's okay. But I used to do that, and then I realized a couple folks were like, we're happy that you're, to get the shout out, but kind of, internet security, that kind of stuff. And let's see. You notice I'm putting the knife down. Being careful which way I point the blade. I don't want to be, oh, Max the knife. Do 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 do. He was opening up a package. Then Max caught the knife. Not again. Ow. Old mechanic's knife. Well, $8 knife, one of the best things I ever got. Well, will you look at this beauty? A B25J, something I don't have in my collection. And that'll look good against some marauder. That's going to have to be displayed outside the shelf, because I learned from my B26 that that will not fit on or inside my shelf, which just means you need bigger shelves. And there's a note attached. Max, the glue trooper leader. Whoops, whoa. Enjoy the B25. I know you'll never build more than 2 of them. Thank you for the relaxed videos. It's like hanging out in the local hobby shop. Well, and I appreciate that, because that's kind of what I want it to be. I want everyone to have a good time, be relaxed. No judgment, no pressure. Thanks for the trip down distant memory now. I'm sorry, local hobby shop, which is a distant memory now. And even having trouble finding paint. Afraid that may get worse if Testers does get out of the business, like the word on the street has it they're going to. I like the history behind the name on the box. Have no idea what it takes to get a new kit to market. Thanks for all you do. It's funny you should mention that, because TD, Tom Daniel, had been talking about how he had to politic to get a few kits made, and it kind of depends on the company. When Aurora had first started making, according to Graham's books, when Aurora first got into model airplanes with their Lockheed F-90 and their copy of the Hawk F-90 and the Panther jet, that was, I believe, Ray Haynes, that it was like, hey, we got to get into this. These are cool. But apparently Aurora's would choose just basically if Gia Marino or Shikes or Haynes or somebody just thought, hey, that's cool, or one of the project managers. It's just like trying to get any company to do an idea, you just got to sell it to them that, hey, I think this is a great idea, we should do it. You make the pitch. Then there are other companies that were far more formal about it. And then you have like guys like TD, Tom Daniel, who once he had established himself at Monogram, he could pretty much come up with his own designs, and I think they pretty much just kind of took it. It's a Tom Daniel design, so let's do it. But every company's different. Some are more methodical, and I'm sure they have plenty of meetings, but in the end, it's whatever you can sell the upper management on, that you've got to convince them that this is going to make money, because they are a business. If you're dealing with a company like one of the smaller companies like Atlantis or Glencoe, then you pretty much have to just convince, the one or two people at the top, and if they think it's a great idea, then they'll go for it, if they can afford to, which is half the battle, especially the smaller companies. Oh, by the way, speaking of Glencoe, you know what? Here, I'm tearing another package. There's another one from Canada, and this one is from, well, I'll say this is from the other one, I'll say it was from C, and this one is from Ed, and that way I'm not giving away too much information. So CR, yeah, initials, I think that's a safe way to do it. CR, thank you for the B25 very much, and Ed, thank you, and again, this comes from Canada. I know it's a cliche, but just Canadians are so nice. And oh, I have a Glencoe video story for you. This is just a riot. I redid the Glencoe video today, and or finished the addendum, and thought, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Found a cleaner version of the music and explained to people, hey, here's some stuff I left out. So I had already done some work yesterday, so I spent some time today, and goes, yeah, that looks good. I can go with that. I'm happy with that. And posted. It's only a couple of minutes long, and I figure, I'll send an email to Nick Argento at Glencoe to tell him, hey, there's a part 2, an addendum. So I send it. I posted it. It uploads. I copy the link. Go to the email. Open up Nick's address, pop it in the link, go, hey, made edition, send. And then as soon as I do that, I check my mail. And the first email I have in my inbox is from Andy. And his opening words, don't do the Glencoe, I got a bunch of stuff for him. Like, ah! So I immediately turn around, go right back to YouTube and pull the video down, because Andy sends me the very best stuff. And I'm like, okay. And it only had a dozen or so views, probably one or two of which were me checking it out. So a couple of folks may have gotten to see it, but we'll just consider it a teaser trailer. And but I'm sure whenever Andy gets around to getting that stuff to me, he needs a little bit of time. But I'm like, I'll wait, because I know with his material it'll be a much better video, and I'm all for that. So that was just kind of funny, because when I saw that email, I was like, but I look on the bright side. Okay, first off, the video is still usable because it provides a template. I can just replace what I had with what he sends me. So a lot of the grunt work is already done. But also, what if I had done that early this morning, or not checked my email, and wound up looking through, like, oh no, 300 views, and so it's a win. I just thought it happened at that point where it still stayed funny. I think it's hilarious. And Andy, I look forward to getting that stuff from me, but no rush. It's not a homework assignment. This is all I want to get it right. I want to do good quality stuff, but I'm not trying to threaten you guys. I'm not poking the knife at you. I want to do good quality stuff, but this rumor is all labor of love and for fun. So there's no problem with, doing it, redoing it. I'm more than happy to. Gives me something to look forward to. All right, Ed. Book on the Caribou. I've had some folks ask to do a video on these squadron books. I'm not sure I don't know if I get around to so this is decal Hannets. Yes, British markings from Hannets. Paint schemes for Halifax, and the instruction sheet, and 2 more Halifaxes. And I think that's a Halifax having the shelf, so I can make myself a 3-airplane diorama with these. Now, this is just awesome. Thank you, Ed. Now, the question is, do I want to put them all in the same squadron markings and make like all sitting on the ground, or do I want to put them on sticks flying in formation, or It's hard to say. A diorama with 3 planes this big, hard to say. It might be bigger than anything my She Who Must Be Obeyed will let me keep in the house. I'll figure it out. That's just awesome. This is the Halifax GR2 Series 1A, and this just says Handley Page Halifax. It looks, I think, like an earlier version. The tails are different on them. I'll have to get into them and see. You see how the tails are different. Here's the note. Thought you might like the Squadron book on the Caribou. I do, thank you very much. And here are 2 more kits on the Halifax. You should be able to build all 3 versions. This is an interesting project. I bought 16 of these. Bought 16 of them. Now that's what I call dedication. They're a little bit clunky, but not a bad build. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. I am sure I will have great fun with it. I'm getting just getting started on the video for Brad Leisure, and I was contacted by a viewer of the channel who's in the model business, and we're just now kind of going back and forth about it, if we want to do like a Zoom interview or maybe do a profile on him and his company, because he actually runs a specialty model company and everything. And I don't want to give out any more information on that because I don't know if that's how that's going to mature, but I think something will come of it. And I still have plenty to do. Probably the next couple of days I'll be working on I have to make a run. Oh, by the way, real quick, tomorrow maybe I'll have coffee. I'm not sure, but tomorrow I have to make a family trip, so I'll be out most of the day. I don't know if there'll be any content tomorrow, or if so, how much, but I won't be getting any work done tomorrow. I'm pretty sure of that, unless the plans change. But the one thing, kind of the next step, although I want to keep working on the Twin Otter and all the other aircraft that are lined up, but I also want to, I got to get cracking on the diorama. I got to make some paper mache and get some paint and do some things to start getting that set up. And all kinds of ideas swirling around in my head. So I think I've got a battle plan of how I want to approach it. And so that's that. Well, CR and Ed, I can't thank you guys enough for this. This is wonderful. And it's raining outside, so I'm not going to take them out to the Tarbis tonight. And by the way, on a total aside, and something completely unrelated to models, I don't know if you noticed, but I've actually started to drop a little bit of weight, and it looks like my diet's working, and building models keeps my face out of the refrigerator. So other than that, guys, want to thank everyone for tuning in. And the princess was here a second ago, but she ran off. All right. Once again, folks, your generosity and everything, it truly swells my heart. I really do appreciate it. And we will, hopefully I'll get a chance to at least see you guys in the morning. But if not, I'll get back as soon as I can. You have a pleasant evening and model on.